We have taken 6 ordinary people, all with a passion for animals, on the journey of a lifetime into the world of wildlife filmmaking. 23-year-old Julia's from Denmark.
Oh my God, here we are.
28-year-old Maya is from India.
I'm not going to forget this moment forever.
And 47-year-old Brian's from the UK.
Absolutely out of this world.
In just 3 weeks, they're being taught all the skills necessary to make it as a wildlife filmmaker. 31-year-old Jin Pin is from Singapore.
It's an amazing place. We spotted some animals on the way up already.
20-year-old Aaron is from Australia.
I just can't believe it, it's nuts.
And Carla's a 29-year-old from Mexico.
I still feel like I'm dreaming.
Our classroom is the Shamwari Game Reserve in South Africa, where Animal Planet's Lyndal Davies is teaching them all they need to know about the wildlife.
It's quite a good idea to all walk in one straight line as you're approaching animals, because what happens is they actually see you as one whole unit approaching.
I'm Andrew Barron, the director of Unearthed.
We'll always have your tape ready to go, so when you arrive in the field, you can go straight away.
My professional TV crew and I will be with them every step of the way.
It's almost like panning with your tripod.
It's the chance of a lifetime to get their work on screen. But who has got what it takes to be our Unearthed Filmmaker of the Year?
Unearthed students are learning that wildlife filmmaking goes hand in hand with conservation, and the threat from humans is never too far away. The students are practicing their editing, but their piece is about to be shattered. There's just been a call. Maybe some poachers, but we're not sure, okay? Some people have entered the other side of the property, but we're not sure what it is. Okay. It may be nothing, but it also, guys, might be a potentially dangerous situation, okay? But we're going, we're gonna go.
No, we need this, we need this.
We've just had word that possible poachers have entered the reserve. So we've got Shamwari's anti-poaching unit heading out with our professional crew and some of the students to see what they can get on film.
Maya, I don't think you can go, I'm sorry. No.
Maya has a slight back injury, and we can't take any chances with him.
I can't let Maya come out on this. He banged his back on one of the jeeps yesterday, and I just don't know what we're going to encounter.
I've seen some movement, so we're just going to go there.
Tell me what's happening all right. I'm going to be around you, so I'll keep an eye on what's happening, but just remember to keep yourself safe first, okay?
Smoke signal coming from sort of Ngongoni flat area and 2 possible poachers.
We've just had confirmation of the poacher's position.
There's a very strong chance that these people will have guns, okay? Anyone at this point who doesn't want to come along, please stay behind and don't feel we're going to look any differently at you, okay?
Just keep following, we've got a smoke trail.
Can you respond to my position immediately?
Shamwari's heavily armed anti-poaching team will lead the way in.
We all went for it because we're all willing to get in there and get dirty to get our shots and get a good story.
I started to feel upset, angry, excited, afraid, but I just wanted to go and get my story. What is it, Anthony?
The guys are looking for tracks at the moment, yeah. See what we can find.
We've found the poacher's camp. The fire's still burning. They must be close. What, do you want us to stay here or go? Keep coming, guys.
You know what the situation, you guys just stay close together and you stay behind, see? They're checking for tracks.
The poachers have been spotted. They're just up ahead. There are 2 of them, and they've probably heard us. Stay back here, guys. I don't want you any closer right now.
When I heard the gunshots, I tried to stay still. Because I wanted to have every single detail, the shouting, the running, everything. So I just closed my eyes and said, God, please, hope these gunshots are not pointed at me. But I was very scared too.
There's a shot of me, I think, hugging my camera when the shots went off. Going like, oh my God. I mean, it was so fast-paced that you didn't have time to think, am I going to die? Am I going to die? You're just like, I hope I got the sound on that one. Go!
Slowly, guys. Stay. Okay, stay back. Okay, they've got them. They've got them.
Yep. Don't move.
Okay, what were they after? Let's have a look. Guys, get this shot. Oh no, you're kidding. That's rhino horn, guys.
There's some wire.
No, they didn't.
No, there's some wire, yeah. Although we got the horns, unfortunately, as we were saying earlier, is that the damage is done.
I know.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah,
Two animals there.
Okay, Carla, look at me, sweetie.
Okay.
Look at me.
There we go.
This has been an exercise. It's called a poaching drill, okay? We've done it so you guys to see who had the guts to actually be a wildlife filmmaker, and you, my girl.
No
Look at me. You win.
I thought this was all real.
I know, poor Michael.
Even though this was just an exercise, our filmmakers have shown they've got nerves of steel.
You have definitely been trained as a journalist, that's for sure.
You're following a moving story. You've got to get what you can get, but you've got to protect yourself, and I think you all got the balance perfectly.
They've not only impressed us, but the pretend poachers as well.
She was going to come and beat you guys up.
For me, it's Carla who stood out above everyone else.
I'm proud that I didn't stop filming. I'm proud that a filmmaker was at the top of Carla, the Mexican girl that loves animals.
Carla may be feeling on top of the world, but having missed a great opportunity, Maya is devastated.
Maya? I know you missed a sequence, and it's good you're this dedicated. But if we'd taken you out there...
I have struggled a lot to be in Africa.
I know you have.
Struggled a lot.
And that's why you don't want to blow it. This is one small sequence. You have a lot ahead of you, Maya. Okay, I know you're disappointed, but you need to keep your strength up. But we could not have you running out there in that bush with the potential of falling over when you're already in pain. Tomorrow you're going to be 100% and you won't miss anything else, okay?
Okay.
Deal? Let's shake on it. One little sequence, sweetie.
I felt really sorry for my ear today with the incident. But he's not the sort of guy that likes to have people faffing around him.
I couldn't go because people had to rush, people had to run. It was a pain, a real pain, because it took me a lot of struggle to come here to Africa.
I would have been so gutted if I hadn't have gotten to go on that sequence. It was probably one of the most fun things we've done, and I feel so bad for him because he missed out and he was so upset.
But when I realized it was for my very own benefit, I really respect my directors and producers' decision to keep me behind. It was for my very own safety.
What we saw was an exercise, but the problem of rhino poaching is very real.
Despite the best conservation efforts, there's still less than 3,000 black rhinos left in the wild. The problem is they take a long time to breed. But on the bright side, every baby rhino that is born at reserves like this takes the species one step back from the brink of extinction.
Shamwari has been successfully breeding black rhinos for the last 12 years. And today, 6 of those rhinos are moving to a new home on the other side of the country. But before that, they'll have to be fitted with these radio transmitters for research and conservation purposes. The first step is to dart the rhino with tranquilizers so our wildlife workers can get close to it.
The fact that black rhino are endangered makes them so valuable. As a breeding animal, this girl here would be worth about $70,000 US. But that's a small price to pay when you're considering the survival of a species.
To fit the transmitter, a small hole is drilled in the rhino's horn. It's made of the same material as our fingernails, so cutting through it causes no pain to the animal.
And sometimes it just all goes according to plan. That's the way we like it. It takes years of hard work to breed these animals, but it can take just a moment from a well-armed poacher to bring it all to an end. Keeping the black rhino alive is going to be a constant battle between conservationists and poachers.
Coming up, our filmmakers are in for a long wait at the watering hole, where they learn an important lesson.
Wildlife filmmaking is all about struggle. It's not about comforts.
Our students are finding out that filmmaking goes hand in hand with conservation.
Oh no, you're kidding. That's rhino horn, guys.
Some wire.
No, they do. Okay, Carla. This has been an exercise. It's called a poaching drill, okay? We've done it so you guys to see who had the guts to actually be a wildlife filmmaker. And you, my girl?
No
Look at me. You win.
Out of all the students, it was Carla who really impressed me during the poaching setup, and that's because she's so passionate about rhino. So, as a special assignment, we're sending her out to learn more about Shamwari's rhino conservation program.
Shamwari has over 30 white rhinos on the reserve. They're less aggressive than the black rhino, and the rangers are letting Carla approach them on foot. They're short-sighted and rely on their acute sense of smell to warn them of any danger. As long as Carla stays upwind, she'll be safe.
Putting all my heart on it, all my passion, I want to show people from all around the world my concerns about nature, especially with the rhino.
By going in on foot, she's managed to get very close to the animals.
That was the closest I've ever been to a rhino.
But she's about to get a lot closer. These endangered animals are monitored for signs of sickness and disease. The conservation team need to be able to identify each animal from a distance, so the animals are given notches in their ears to tell them apart. Today, Shamwari's vet, Johan Yabir, is about to ear notch a mature male. Carla gets to tag along. A full-grown rhino could easily overturn a jeep if it charges. Johan has to tranquilise the animal with one shot, or risk making the rhino very angry. A perfect shot. The drug takes a few minutes to work.
Just wait a little bit, yeah.
The team needs to perform the ear notching as quickly as possible, and Cara is going to have to keep up.
I'll try to do my best, because this really is important for me.
She's getting some stunning footage, and her passion for these animals is really showing through.
I'm very happy that I got to touch a rhino's cheek, and I feel connected with him because of that.
Johan snips a small portion of the rhino's ear to identify it in the future. The rhino can't feel a thing. The team administer an antidote to wake the rhino up. Everybody has to get a safe distance. This fellow's going to have a big hangover. Now he's tagged, this rhino will be easier to monitor.
I was so excited that I'm so tired and so hot. I mean, my face is so hot.
The rhino's happy, and so is our Mexican filmmaker.
Most animals are shy and elusive, but experienced wildlife filmmakers know the best places to capture them when they're relaxed. We're taking our students to the next level with a camping trip. They need to stay out overnight so they're in position first thing in the morning to capture animals at a watering hole. It's the one place that all the animals will visit at some point, if they feel at ease. It means going in with minimum disturbance and only the bare necessities.
We didn't have battery.
This area's got water, it's got food, so everything hangs around you, okay? If we do come across something, we call it bump. If we bump a rhino or a lion or elephant or something, if it's a serious situation, I'll tell you when to do, you listen to my commands, okay? Julius is then going to escort you to a safer area if it needs to be. Otherwise, we'll face the enemy that we've got, the animal, and we'll handle with it, okay? We never ever run. Don't scream, don't shout, all right? Is there any questions from your guys' side? No? No? Good.
Hopefully by going in on foot, we're going to get to see animals at a watering hole without scaring them off with engine noise or jeeps. But that's only if we can get in position before nightfall and get the animals at sunrise.
It will be a 3-hour trek through the bush. Maya has fully recovered from his back injury, so he won't be missing out on this true African experience.
I'm just smiling all the way, enjoying myself. Look at the landscape, it's the stuff of dreams.
It's really incredible because out here you feel like you're part of this world, whereas in the Jeep you're surrounded by smells of diesel and you're basically in a huge tin box. You feel quite separated from the whole experience. And out here you're right in the middle of their world. It's incredible.
There's nothing useless out in the bush. This tree comes very handy in that. It's very fibrous. So what you do is you actually break a tiny branch from it. You will chew it. It becomes quite fibrous, which will be a nice little toothbrush. Then you can actually clean your teeth. How does it taste?
Vlak tree.
Did I get the right one?
Guys, have a look up there. That's the leftovers of a leopard kill.
Leopards often take their kill up a tree to prevent lions from stealing it. The students are overwhelmed by the find, but they seem to have forgotten they're filmmakers, not tourists.
You've walked all the way here and you've chanced upon a kill that's still in the tree. This could cut into one of your films. You're filmmakers, you've got cameras in your bags. Go ahead and get a shot.
While some are sticking to the usual methods, others are showing a little more imagination.
Are you holding me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I've been doing that.
They're slowly starting to think as filmmakers. They're still quite reluctant to get the camera out, but when they chance upon something like this, they should be thinking, what a fantastic sequence. They shouldn't be frightened to start filming. They're here to make a film, and it's good to see some ideas coming together over there.
Thank you so much.
It's getting late. We need to make camp.
This is going to be our campsite for the night, so with your backpack, sort of pick a spot somewhere around the edges.
But the students can't chill out just yet. They've got to set up for a night under the stars.
3.
It's been a long day. And we've got a cold night ahead of us, sleeping on just our ground sheets. But hopefully, all that hard work is going to pay off in the morning, when the filmmakers get up close to the animals at the watering hole.
The students will have to be in place before the sun comes up so they don't scare the animals off. Despite the bad weather, our filmmakers are ready to go.
After you spend the whole night camping outside, we had great expectations when we went there. But when we saw the weather changing, my expectations dropped down to 0.
It was one of the few times that we've been able to just sort of sit back and think about things, almost meditate on what we were doing here.
But it looks like it's not going to be our day.
They've been out here for about 3 hours now, and this mist doesn't look like it's going to clear. So they've been camping all night, they've been sitting in the freezing cold, and they may not get anything. But they will learn an important lesson. If they're going to be wildlife filmmakers, then they have to have a lot of patience.
I bet that happens a lot. It was about time that happened to us.
If it's not today, you have to go there again tomorrow. Because if you want to have that on your film, you have to struggle. And wildlife filmmaking is all about struggle. It's not about comforts.
The thing about filming wildlife, it's very hit and miss. You can't control the situation, and I think it has been an important lesson for the students today. Every shot they get is a privilege, and you just can't take that for granted.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for our 6 Unearthed students. But things aren't about to get any easier. They're going to need nerves of steel for their next task. Next time on Unearthed, the students face the ultimate test and come face to face with the king of the jungle.
You are just meat to them.
And they find out that the scariest part of wildlife filmmaking isn't always the animal.
No. I asked you to ask them to keep it to 10 seconds.